Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we are announcing the release of our slam ball program. Let's talk a bit about the design considerations of this program. This program, like all of our programs, are designed to Tetris in with each other. Hey! Each program that we write kind of has a theme. You could think about the theme of this program as getting you really good at rock bottom squat position. When you do squats with a slam ball, a hug squat, there's no way out. You absolutely have to have good squat dynamics. Good squat dynamics are extraordinarily important for living a pain-free life. The heavier that slam ball gets, the harder your core has to engage, the better your squat technique is going to have to get. The better you get at that squat, the more you can integrate it into all aspects of your life, sport, or just general life stuff. So the program design has a clean and press family of movements, picking things up off the ground, not swinging them, and putting them overhead. Squats, of course, in various levels of complexity, done in different ways to force people to fire their core at different points in the squat movement pattern. Ground to shoulder in a bunch of different ways. Seiza get-ups, because getting up off the ground is a fundamental human skill, and that is often neglected in many types of training. And a fighter get up, where we rotate our hips and our spine 90 degrees from one another, which is key to keeping people healthy in the long term. So there's two families of get ups, a bunch of stuff of picking things up, and a lot of rock bottom squat position. There is absolutely no way to fail to fire your core with this program. All you got to do is start light so you don't die and build up in weight. You could repeat this program with the minimum recommended 3 weights, which will get you everything you want out of the program, but you could push it and you could do this with 10 weights. I've tested this program up to 100-pound slam ball because that's what I have available. People have asked if you could do this program with a round sandbag. Absolutely. That is a much more economical option in the long run. You need to get the smallest round sandbag for the most part. And you're gonna have to stuff the void of the sandbag with like old t-shirts or something. Then you're gonna need to weigh it so that you can record the weight properly. We would really still prefer that you start with a very light weight. So maybe 30 pounds of sand and then stuff the rest of it with full t-shirts so that it's as round as possible. Some of the overhead lifts and other things like that get really annoying if your bag shifts around a lot. Could you do this program with like a normal brute force sandbag, like a duffel shaped sandbag? Absolutely. You're just gonna have to be better at it. I do not recommend you do this program, say, inside your house. This is gonna be a driveway program for the most part. If you live in a second story apartment or something like that, you're gonna have to drag this down to some place with concrete floor because we do drop the slam ball with this program a lot. A, because it's fun. B, because it's a different type of reset over and over again. To answer the question about Tetrising this in with other programs, this program will Tetris with anything. All of our programs are designed to Tetris with one another in every way. Think of each program as having a separate theme that I see is lacking in modern training. Let's say our kettlebell swing program focuses extremely heavily on hip hinge. It's all hip hinge because all athletic movements have hip hinge in them. So we would like you to master the hip hinge or do a lot of them because it will carry over to all other types of training. The clean and press program, cross-body stabilization, standing all the way up and extending your arms all the way overhead. Characteristics of youth. Cross-body stabilization also creates a lot of applicable strength to the real world because in the real world, everything is cross-body loaded for the most part. The slam ball program focuses on the hug core contraction, the same kind of core contraction that you would use to, say, carry firewood or that you would use in wrestling, the oldest athletic pursuit. Our mill squat program focuses on casting patterns and rotating equally on both sides of our spine, 90 degrees, key to living a pain-free life and to applying to every type of sport. Each one of these programs focuses on a different thing, and they're all meant to Tetris together. So each one emphasizes one thing and gets you really good at it. This also helps us prevent overtraining when we combine them all together. You could do every program we have available, all 5 of them that we have out now, in the same week. That's the whole idea. That's why they are, for the most part, 30 minutes of work or under. That way you could actually shove two of these different types of programs focusing on different athletic attributes and different movement skills into, say, the same hour of training. Or you could break them up and do one in the morning, one at night. So you could do a swing program and a clean and press program on one day. You could do mill squat and intermediate kettlebell on another day, and you could do slam ball on its own day. For the most part, you're probably going to want to do slam ball on its own because it's going to kick the crap out of you in the beginning. There's a lot of squat depth, and it's going to force your core to fire in a bunch of ways that people are most likely not going to be used to. Yes, okay. All right, he's interested in slam ball too. All of the programs also have slightly different times under tension. The mill squat program and the intermediate kettlebell program do have the same time under tension strategy, 30-30, but because the weights tend to be drastically different, it has different metabolic effect. The whole idea of combining all of these things together is that when you combine them in any way, they'll have a direct effect on training your metabolism. Different amounts of time under tension, different break periods, different loads, different movement patterns, all add up to create what some people might call muscle confusion. You hear the word tossed around a lot, muscle confusion in training, and for the most part, people are kind of not doing it great. They think that muscle confusion just means doing a bunch of random different things, and then that's going to have the best overall effect, and then that's going to have a really good effect on your metabolism. True, also false, because we could be more efficient in our program design. We want to make sure that our program is useful. Every movement that we do is useful. Frankly, I'm old and I don't have time to do useless exercises anymore like I did when I was young and in college. So everything we design has to be useful. It has to serve a specific purpose. It has to be a core human movement. It has to contribute to pain-free life, and all of it has to add up to get us more ready to live a more adventurous lifestyle. Looking good is a side effect of training. The point of training is to be pain-free so that you can adventure, so that you can tell good stories to your friends or to your family, or you can look back on your life and say, I did some cool stuff. So this program, like all of our programs, is designed to support that idea.